Hey guys, welcome to Business Chef Podcast, where we talk about how to make content, personal brand, and monetize your skills online other than working in the kitchen, so that you can have multiple income sources to feed your family, live better life, and most importantly, love yourself as a chef. I'm on my journey building $1 million empire, documenting my process, and I'm sharing with all of you. So please share and enjoy. These are the 5 life lessons that I learned from my mentors and my coaches that changed my life in terms of my career, my business, and my personal development. This helped me become a better person. This helped me make more money. This helped me become more mature. This helped me strengthen my relationship. This helped me gain more trust from other people as well. So for those of you who want to change your life, who want to make your life better, who want to be a better person, these life lessons are for you. I want to share these 5 life lessons that I learned from my mentors with you all. My first lesson is career lesson. Think like one, work like one, speak like one, and you will become the one. This lesson is for those of you who want to reach a bigger goal in your career. You want to get promoted, you want to get a better position, you want to do a better job in your group, you want to boost your performance. A lot of people just believe that time will solve it, right? If you just work consistently for a very long time and you'll just eventually get it. Part of it, which is true, this is the most important lesson that most people forget, which is if you want to be a certain identity, you don't just get it by spending a lot of time on it. If you want to get there, you actually have to think like that person. You want to become a leader, you want to think like a leader, you want to act like a leader, you want to speak like a leader, and eventually you will become the leader. It doesn't really matter where you are right now. You might be an evergreen employee in your company, in your group, right? It doesn't really matter where you are right now. If you participate, if you commit every duties that you, every job, if you commit to everything that you do in your daily life like the leader, think like a leader, you solve problems like leaders, you build a relationship like leaders, you will become leader one day. That's guaranteed. You don't just do a repeated stuff over and over and over and again and you will just get a leader. No, that's not going to happen. If you want position, if you want to be the manager, you want to be the leader, lead the people, you want to be the top of the group, you have to think like one, you have to act like one, you have to work like one, you have to speak like one, and eventually you'll be the one. The second life lesson is about personal development, which is you're building your reputation every single moment with your communication skills. The way you communicate with other people dictates how you build your relationship with other people. This is one of the most common obstacles that I see from many people when they're trying to achieve something in their career or in their business. This communication skill is stopping them from getting where they want to be. They're having a hard time communicating with other people, communicating with strangers, communicating with new employees, communicating with their managers, communicating with their friends. That's why it's stopping them from being where they want to be. I've seen a lot of times. So this is something that you gotta keep in mind. The way you deal with your colleague, the way you deal with your friends, the way you deal with your everyday relationship, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your partners, your managers, your parents, you're building your reputation. You're building your brand every single moment that you're talking to them. The choice of words, your facial expression, your voice, your tonality, everything matters when it comes to communication. Again, I'm not the master of communication. I suck at some parts too. I fuck up some relationships too. But I work on this skill a lot enough to have minimum problems when it comes to building my career or my business. And that's what I think everybody should participate when it comes to personal development or when it comes to personal success. And believe me, that will make your life a lot easier when it comes to your work environment, building your business, your friendships or your relationships, between your partners or your parents, whatever that you're struggling with, this skill will make your life a lot easier. The third life lesson is leadership lesson, which is great leaders are great listeners. This is a lesson that I learned from my mentor chef. So this is what I've observing my mentor chef for the last 5-6 years working with him. And he is one of the chefs that I've seen in my career. He has the lowest turnover rate. He never yells at people. Like wherever he goes, his cooks will follow. He managed to satisfy most of his team members at the same time satisfying the company needs, which is extremely hard for managers, especially working in corporate companies. But this is what I've observed from him, and this is also a life lesson that I learned from him, which helped me a lot when it comes to building my business and building my relationship with other people. People think great leaders have to be, charismatic, have to be yelling all the time, being aggressive, which I've seen a lot of people like that. They're like abusing their power, abusing their positions, right? The one thing that I observed from him was no matter matter how ridiculous requests that he gets from his team member, he always listens and he always tries to solve problem for every single person as much as he can. I think that's what made him a great leader when it comes to, building a whole restaurant team members. And he's trained like 4 or 5 hefty cuisines of the company, and that's one of the biggest life lessons that I was influenced and inspired. And I think this is one of the most important skill when it comes to leadership. If you guys are leading a team, if you guys are a manager, in my opinion, listening skill is one of the most important skill, that you have to genuinely listen to people. You have to genuinely hear what they say, which you have to care about your team members, not with your own way. Think about from other people's perspective, like be mature, listen to their voice, work as hard as you can to solve other people's problems, because that will build your reputation. The fourth life lesson that I learned is a mindset lesson. This is also I learned from my chef. He's one of those guys that earned one of the biggest respect from me. The fourth life lesson that I was inspired from him was, people say they're all tired and they have no time, they're exhausted. The truth is, you're not tired, you chose to be tired. That is unspoken truth about the word tired, which is a mindset lesson that I learned from my chef. When we do something, we never almost get tired by doing something we enjoy, right? If we do something we enjoy, and if we are committed, and if we make money from it, we'll never get tired, But guess what? People get tired because they do something that they don't fucking enjoy. And they're somehow forced to work a lot of hours and make themselves exhausted, even though they don't even want it, right? You always have a choice in your life. There's no such thing as I was told to do it, I was brainwashed, like I don't know how to do it, there's no way of blah blah blah. It's all fucking excuses. When you're tired, you can choose to work less, you can choose to make less money, you can choose to take a break. If you can't, you have to find a way to not make yourself tired. Go work out regularly, increase your basic stamina, make yourself not tired. If you can't do that, work less. You always have a choice. Or then you learn less. Guess what? You gotta learn how to love something. Guys, remember, if you say that you're tired to yourself, everybody else around you, you are like the cancer. I'm sorry to say this, but you're like the cancer. Everybody else around you might be enjoying what they do, they might love what they do. They might spend 14, 15, 16 hours a day to just, do what they love to do, in their life, and find a way to make more money, find a way to increase their productivity, and, get better at themselves every single day in their life. But when someone around them say, oh, I'm tired, I work too much, life is unfair, blah blah blah, like you're the cancer. You gotta stop saying that. If you're tired, choose to not be tired, work less, or choose to love something. Like you gotta find your way out, man. And the last life lesson is about relationship, which is rule of reciprocity. Be the giver. In every aspect of your life, be the giver. It doesn't have to be physical goods or money, right? Your mindset, your mentality has to be as someone who gives away value to other people. It can be respect, it can be emotions, it can be love, it can be favor. If you treat others with respect for free, those people will feel obligated to pay you back with the same amount of respect or even bigger. Like that applies same thing to love, favor, money, food. You want to build a better relationship. You want to make more money. You want other people to treat you better. You want to be a better person. Remember this relationship rule of reciprocity. Like this applies to business, this applies to marketing and sales. Like this is like a universal rule that we all talk about. And this can apply to every aspect of our life, whatever it can be, like business, sales, or like, love, relationship, career. This rule of reciprocity is such an amazing lesson that I learned in my life. It dramatically changed my life. It helped me build better relationship with my friends. It helped me build a better relationship with my colleagues, even with my partner. And most importantly, I became a better person. Like I became the better version of mine, which I think is the most valuable experience that you can ever have in your whole life. I always try to buy dinner to my friends. Whenever I go to work, I would always try to buy something and, give my colleagues to eat or for their breakfast, or I make them free staff meal. I would spend like $50 to $100 a month to actually feed them or, give them something that, they would appreciate, like for free. Like I don't expect any returns because I know if I give something out for free, if I have the giver mindset, I know there are people out there who will feel feel obligated to pay me back in some sort of way. And it doesn't have to be money. It doesn't have to be the same medium that I gave them. The most important fundamental of rule of reciprocity is that you're earning favor. Like you're building your reputation. You're building your brand, a positive brand around you. And that is, I think, the secret of everything in life. You have to know how to build a positive vibe around you to be a better person, to be successful, to excel in any aspect of your life, your career, your business, your personal development, your relationship. You can literally become whoever you want. Like guys, listen, you can become whoever you want. Whoever you imagine in your head right now, in your brain right now, you can become that person. You can become that identity. All you have to do is to choose to become one. Real quick guys, if you're enjoying this podcast, I don't run any ads on this, I don't sell anything, so the only ads that I have is that help me spread the words so that we can help more chefs monetize their skills online, make more money, and have their own successful restaurants. The only way we do that is we rate, review, and share this podcast. If you find this podcast valuable, leave a review. It takes 5 seconds, and most importantly, it may change the world for the better.